And hello, 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 hello. Not the who. Hey now, what's going on, babies? It's been a minute since I've come to you with another installment of, darling, the Donut Factory Chronicles and Commentaries. And I came this morning. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because it's rather late or early in some cases. And I want to share a thought or two with you, okay? In the meantime and in between time, honey, please, 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 just follow me on all of my social platforms and carrying on right now, okay? And you can find me everywhere and this, that, and the other. But let me get into this real quickly. How many of y'all are ecstatic about the new Tyler Perry Studios, you know? We have made history again as blacks and carried on. Tyler Perry has done his thing. He has gone and created this empire or this dynasty, if you will, by having built the studios. You know, it is the largest black-owned studio. It's all black-owned. And et cetera, et ceteras. He's not the first to do it. However, he is the largest. He is a sole proprietor. He has no business partners and carrying on. You know how folks have to get partners. He has done all of this himself. I think they said it's a $250 million project, right? Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. He done named all the different sound stages after great artists and black achievement and black actors and this, that, and the third. And it's just been absolutely fantastic and absolutely wonderful. Here's a few things that I want everyone to consider with this wonderful achievement, because I think that we're on the precipice of something. However, I'm hoping that the momentum is about to pick up so that we could do more, okay? With this great accomplishment that Tyler has done, it has given us as black entertainers a vehicle and an avenue to make sure that we claim our own products, that we are ones out there who can have total ownership of our stuff. You know, we can create our stories, we can create the narratives, and et cetera, et cetera. Here is where I challenge Mr. Perry. In all of his wonderful success and in all of what's going on and all of what he has laid out. Now, y'all know I have a love-hate relationship right now with Monique, okay? And my hate with her is I want her to be honest about this fight. Y'all know I've said this all the time because it's no longer about equality. She needs to be exonerated so that she can get her name out there and so that she can get work and things of that nature. Now, she has called Tyler Perry out. She has called out the various people, but I'm going on Tyler right now because he is in, wait a minute, my light. He is in position to where now with these new studios and carrying on, he can get her working. He can sit down there and clear her name like she's been asking him to do, like he said he would do. In times to come, he said he would sit down there once this done, and you know, it's been a few years now since he said he was going to do this, and he has not done it yet. So now, with all of this beautifulness, with all of this studio, with all of this that you have, all these different sound stages, all these different ideas, and all these different playing grounds where folks can come in and create content and can create everything that they need to be successful and to be entrepreneurial. I want to know, is he going to be fair with her? Is he going to now bring forth the information to clear her name? Will he hire her to work and carrying on? Will he then start to pay the talent what they're supposed to be paid. Because remember, Monique said something that was very, 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 very interesting. She said when he got to talking about Taraji P. Henson and carrying on, he said to her that he has paid Taraji P. more than she's ever been paid, on a project in her life. Her question to him was, but are you being fair? Because, yeah, you may be paying her more than what she's ever been, but are you paying her what she should be paid? So now that there becomes my question to him and to all those who are going to support that. And I'm hoping y'all don't see this as a negative thing. What I'm trying to do now is to establish that since we have all this beautiful luxury and all this wonderful sound equipment and sound stages and wonderful entertainment venues and carrying on, I want to make sure that we don't sit down here and fall into a trap of just getting caught up in the glory of all of this and not taking care of the business on the back end. Okay? That is what I'm going to question everyone to do. Okay? How about black-owned distributorships? Because, see, that there is another part of the whole big to-do with owning movies and carrying on. It's one thing to create them, but now you have to distribute them. You have to get them out to the people. You have to get them to where folks are going to watch. Okay? And oftentimes, that relationship can falter. Tyler has done wonderful on his own. He and is it King's World that he's with? Who is he with? Is it King's World, I believe? That he does a lot of his work through and carrying on, and all of his stuff goes through them. That's not right. It ain't King's World. Who is it? What's the name of the damn distributor company? Damn it. I'm gonna have to look it up because I can't think of it right now. But are we going to have black-owned distributing companies and carrying on to go along with the studio so that we can be in total cooperation and in total empowerment of this movement? You see, are we going to get the backers that we need, the sponsorship that we need to pay our talent, the talent and the money that they should be paid? How many times are we, I'm trying to get my light right. How many times are we going to ask the questions about fairness and equality in pay, but yet, in understanding this business, unless the sponsorships come on board, so that the sponsors can help pay for the talent and pay for the movie and pay for this, we got to get that coin to come in. So now that we have this black-owned company, this black-owned studio, solely black-owned, okay, how do we then empower that, okay, to where it is for us, by us, completely FUBU, okay? How do we do that, okay? Do we go out? Remember, I want us to get into the mindset of Soul Train. Remember that? When Don Cornelius made television history and went down and bought this African-American dance show to rival American Bandstand, okay? And to give African-American talent a house to call their home, to call their own, and to bring in the folks to come and sing and showcase their new albums, and to create a space to where they could be seen on a national platform. Remember, that's when we heard about Afro Sheen and Ultra Sheen Cosmetics. That's when we heard about Fashion Fair. That's when we heard about Ebony and Jet magazines, because they were the African American publications and the companies that were featuring us. We heard about Bergamot, or conditioners and oils and things, for your hair. You know what I'm saying? Sulfur 8 came into play. So we started to hear about these companies slowly but surely, but the bulk of them started, as, African American owned companies and companies that were catering to the African American experience. So now I'm going to ask that same question here with Tyler Perry Studios. Now that we have this wonderful feat that he has gone through and taken land that was formerly owned, wait a minute, oh God, I'm going to fuck up this quote, and the land was owned by slave owners and carried on, and now, a black man owns that land. A black man owns that land. When the slaves used to sit down there and had to build it, the black man own it now. All of that land, okay? It was not refugee soldiers, but it was those kind of soldiers, child. The children who cared nothing about black folks. Oh damn it, I'm fucking this up. But nonetheless, this is what we have here. He has come and has done an incredible feat. But now let's get that momentum together, and then let's push him to the plate, to where now we're going to challenge to make sure that it is not done in vain, and it is not done simply because we're just trying to make history. You know what I'm saying? Let it work for us. Tyler, I'm going to congratulate you for all that you have done, your hard work and your perseverance, and from where you come from. Everybody knows your story of being, from an abusive family and carrying on and all of that. Everybody knows your story about living in your car, being homeless and going broke and things, and, getting to put out your house and all that, not paying your rent and things, trying to get this play up and running. I understand that. We all understand that. And look at where you are now. Now you can sit down there and buy little mini islands and carry on and things of that nature. Wonderful for you. Now, let's get you to a place where you can now make good on your promises. Because now that all this has happened, everything that Monique has said is now being reflection on you. Are you now going to get together with her and then help her to exonerate her name like you said you would? Because now you have nothing but time. Now the studios are open. You can sit down there. You have all this wonderful feat. You can sit down there and hire her to come in. Hell, Hicks Productions could come and do stuff down there on your studios. You know what I'm saying? Under her banner, to get her up and running so that she can have a place to call home. You see what I'm saying? See, this has a cute turnaround if this is done correctly. At the same time, I know Miss Thing Honey has stepped on a lot of toes, and she's pressed out a lot of wrinkles, child, and have ruffled a bunch of feathers. So you may not want to acquiesce to this right away. However, I'm going to suggest that perhaps it's time for the conversation. Perhaps it's time for you and her and everybody else, Mo and Steve and oh shit, all the children, honey. Okay, all of the children. It's time for everybody to sit down there, and now let's get this water up under the bridge so that we can make this coin. Because here's something that Roland Martin has said that has just been absolute everything. Tyler Perry has been able to create the Tyler Perry Studios of today because of the money and the cooperative efforts, the collective efforts of African Americans and our spending power. Have y'all noticed that? Listen, Tyler, I don't care what y'all say about his stuff, Tyler has found his audience. His audience, I say this all the time, his audience is fat, black church women. And if that offends you, I'm sorry, because I'm a big person myself. And I'm saying it like that because he caters to that particular genre. Okay? Everything that he does is all about, you got it caters to the woman who has low self-esteem. She always looking for a man, or she man hungry. The man don't do her right and carry it on. It's always about that. He's about women empowerment and those kinds of things. So his message, he has found his audience. So you may not like his plays. You may say that they're stereotypical and this, that, and the other. However, it's black folks that has spent that money. We done bought that shit 4 different times. It was a stage play. The stage play became a DVD. Then it became a movie. You went to go see the movie, then the movie became a DVD, then you bought the movie. We bought the same shit 4 different times. Okay? 4 different times. And that's how he was able to make his coin. Now here's where it is. Now that he has these studios, and I'm going to all the power to the people children with this one. Everybody keeps saying we need to have our own. We need to make sure that we can make our own movies. We need to make sure that we can control the narrative. We need to make sure that we put strong black men in strong black roles without having him in a dress, without having him this, without having him that. Black Panther did this, but the white man made the money. Where are the black writers? Where are the black directors? Now that we have Tyler Perry Studios, and we have an opportunity for that. We have an opportunity to you as an actor, director, writer, producer, to go there and rent out the studio space and carry on. You can go, and we have that opportunity now. How many of us are going to take that chance to create those narratives that you say that you want? How many of us are going to sit down there and not criticize Tyler Perry anymore for his work, but go out there and to create the content that you say is needed? You know, so that we can see the entire diaspora versus just the sections of it that you find offensive. Okay? How many of us are going to take advantage of all of those kinds of opportunities, or at least create the opportunities? Because maybe you have to go and create a deal. Maybe you have to go and negotiate with him and find out if this is possible. You know what I'm saying? And so once it is, then hey, we can sit down here and make some things happen. You know what I'm saying? So if we are there, I think this is a very momentous occasion to where now we as an African American people, those of us who are indigenous people of African descent, how about that? We can now change the narrative. We can now direct the narrative. We can now have an opportunity to build Wall Street again, to build Black Wall Street, to have an opportunity to where the economic power is ours, to where we can sit down and make things happen and let the entertainment world see us for who we truly are, and not just the court jesters or the buffoons, or the mammies and the step and fetchits and all of that kind of stuff of old. We can now change that narrative, and we could do it in such a superlative way, not superficial, but a superlative way, because of the groundbreaking efforts of what this studio has done. See, I believe that we are not looking at the grander picture of this. We're looking at the history making of it because of what Tyler has accomplished, and that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. At the same time, let us now take that beauty and let that be the landscape of the canvas. Let the beauty be the canvas, and then let's paint the picture. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know how beautiful fabric is, but you still got to cut the fabric up to make the garment. Let's make the garment out of this beautiful fabric that he's just laid out. The fabric is the studios. So now let's make the garments, honey, have the fashion show. You see what I'm saying? Let's continue to be fabulous. And let's move into a place where we're not asking anybody to tell our stories or to stop looking at us in a certain way. We can now give them the tools. We can give them the playbook. Not that we're not necessarily the playbook, but we can give them the outline or the syllabus even, and as to how to see us, how to represent us, how to move forward with us. I think this here is what this particular leg of the journey should evolve to, if not more. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at this as a win-win-win. Yes, Atlanta was full of the celebrities. Everybody was here. I hate that I was not there on that carpet, but this is not my opportunity just yet. Mine is coming, okay? This one here, I would have loved to have been there to meet with everybody. Debbie Allen was there, and Roland Martin, and Stephanie Mills was there. That's my sister. Okay, Patti LaBelle was there. That's my mama. Okay, Beyonce was there. Jay-Z, Denzel, Loretta Devine, Whoopi Goldberg, all the kids, all the children, honey. Black Hollywood was there. Okay, but now, there we go. Is take that momentum and let's build. Let's build on it, and let's go and make some shit happen. And let's make it happen for real. And let's make it happen by our own hand. Let's make it happen to where we understand what we're doing. You just need this one key? Okay. Thanks. All right. Let's make it so that it can do more than just be a sensationalized story in the news to say this black man just bought the studio. Okay? Let's make it do more than that. And then let's hold him accountable as well, because if you're going to be accountable, then you need to understand what this is, Tyler. Now, I'm going to have to go there, because in this particular instance, this is where Monique's stuff comes into play, and this is where she's right, because now you have the power. Now everything is laid out on you. You have put that before Hollywood. So now what are you going to do to make that right? Because you said you would. You told her that you would, and you haven't done it yet. And you have the perfect opportunity to do that. Okay? You have the perfect opportunity to do that. You have the perfect opportunity to get into a partnership with Hicks Productions, so that she can then make her own and create her own vehicles and carry on her own work and this, that, and the other. You have the perfect opportunity for that. Okay, perfect. So now let's find out what this is going to be. Mo, that's for you, girl, because I told you I am Team Monique. I just don't like your fucking tactics. But this time, I think right here, if we start off on a calm playing field and let's invite the conversation versus being mad and angry and all of that, let's start from a different place. Because right here we have a happy occasion that can only get happier. You see what I'm saying? So I think now is the time. But I'm just one person with the thought process, honey. So what do you say? Let's get this conversation going. We have a wonderful thing. History has already been, we made history, baby, when we were born. We were born as history. Okay? We were born great. We came into this world when God gave us and ordained us on our birthdays to say, hey, you are a gift to the world. That there was our greatness. We came into greatness. Now let's continue on in greatness and be greater than what we were before. So Tyler, I'm going to challenge you and charge you with that, because you have a wonderful foundation here. Now let's build on that so that we don't waste opportunities, and that we as African American entertainers do not get caught up in the fodder and in the spectacle of what all this is. Let's now make it work. We don't want those names of those sound stages to go in vain. Okay, Diane Carroll, we just lost one of Hollywood's true royalties. You know, Diane Carroll, which you just named one of the studios after. Honey, let's not let that go down, and let's not let that be a waste. Let's make good on that. Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, let's make good on that. Okay, Ruby D and Ossie Davis, let's make good on that. Cicely Tyson, let's make good on that. Denzel Washington, let's make good on that. Let's make good. Spike Lee, how is it that you and Spike had a beef, but you came to the forefront and named a studio or soundstage after him? How grand is that? How grand is that? That there's absolutely everything. So if you're able to do that, I know you can do this with Monique. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So having said all that, I'm going to let you guys have your morning or your evening or your afternoon, your cup of tea, your hot chocolate, your hot toddy, okay? Whatever it is, your shot of liquor or whatever it is that you're going to do, honey. But I'm going to sit down here and let you have that for this edition of the Donut Factory Chronicles and and commentaries, honey. I'm Big Meach, and I will get back with you guys again soon, honey. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this: everything that I do in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that I do will move what? Forward. Okay? So on that note, I'll talk with you later.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, but then let me hit the finish button.